Hey everybody, this is Gabe Fletcher. Welcome back to the Talking Paint podcast. We're here to support the auto detailing and auto film industry. This is episode 3, how to get started in paint protection film. So PPF is a great service to offer in any detail, window tint, or ceramic coating shop. It's a great way to make a lot more money while providing your customers with the added benefits of protecting their cars. The profit margin after installing paint protection film can be 75 to 80% after materials and labor, with the average full front being $2,000. But a lot of people don't know how to get started. And that's why I'm here. I want to give you some advice so that you can get started selling paint protection film in your shop. First things first, it's important for you to understand what PPF or paint protection film or clear bra is and why it's beneficial for your customers. Paint protection film is a thin, clear polyurethane film that helps protect the paint on vehicles from rock chips, scratches, UV discoloration. This makes it an incredibly high value service to provide for your clients who are purchasing newer vehicles. My advice to you is to buy a small roll. You can get some on Amazon, you can get it direct from Expel, or even a number of various manufacturers would be willing to sell you a small demo roll so you can get your hands on it. You're going to want some basic tools like spray bottles, squeegees, knives with snappable blades, heat gun. That'll get you started. You can get started by offering door edges, door cups, and headlights. These are all super easy, low skill level installs. These small areas can be sold, for example, $100 for door guards, $200 for door cups, $200 to $300 for headlights. These are nice add-ons for newer cars, and you'll be able to grasp them fairly quickly. You're going to want to get a basic understanding for how to make slip and tack solutions. We like to use 8 to 10 milliliters of soap per gallon of water. It's usually Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo. A lot of people seem to like the new 7th generation dish soap. You can kind of just pick whichever works for you. The point of slip solution is to allow the film to slide and float around on the surface. The next thing you're going to need is tack solution. Tack solution is used to clean away soap residue from underneath the film. They do not activate the adhesive. You can make your own tack solution with alcohol and water or just hot water. Deionized or distilled water is best case scenario for you to use. Now be careful because alcohol tack is a double-edged sword. Use too little alcohol and it won't clean away the soap effectively, but use too much and you will roast the adhesive under the film. This is what we call rashing the film. I like to use 2 ounces of 90% isopropyl alcohol or 3.5 ounces of 70% isopropyl alcohol per 32 ounce bottle. I'm also a firm believer that hot water is your friend, so you can use it to make hot alcohol tack, but you can also just use regular hot water. It is a perfectly okay way to clean that soap out from underneath your film. You're going to really need to spend some time doing research, finding a quality supplier of PPF. Take some time, look at different suppliers, so you can choose one with a good reputation that has a lot of great products and great support systems. Make sure to ask questions about warranties, return policies, how to file claims for clients, what their shipping lead times are like, and what's expected of you as an installer. My shop personally installs Ceramic Pro Kavacha paint protection film because we're a Ceramic Pro elite dealer. We only install Ceramic Pro products. The Kavacha is a self-healing film, carries a 12-year warranty, has very little orange peel, looks fantastic. Our clients like the way that it looks. There are other reputable brands that you can consider. Suntech, Steck, XPEL, Legend, and a few others. This is the basic price structure that you're going to want to follow in your business to get started, so you have roughly the right margins and sale points. A partial front, which is usually the front third of a hood and fenders and the entire bumper, is usually between $800 to $1,300 depending upon your market. A full front, which is the entire hood, entire fenders, bumper, and mirror caps, range usually, depending upon your market, around $1,800 to $2,500. We will typically throw in the headlights and fog lights too, since they can be fit onto the plot with the empty space when we use our plotter to cut these patterns out. The higher end of that range is becoming more and more standard because of inflation. You should really be shooting for that too. The track pack, which is a full front plus the addition of rocker panels or lower doors, usually a small area behind the rear wheel, sometimes the partial A-pillar to the roof. This can range anywhere from $2,500 to $3,500 depending upon the vehicle and what your current skill set is at. A typical full car can range anywhere from $5,500 to all the way up to $10,000 or higher. It really depends upon the type of vehicle it is and how long you think it's going to take to get the job done. A great example is Teslas. This is a great way to just kind of gauge your standard full body pricing. So in our shop, we charge for the S, Y, and 3 are all $7,000. They pay $1,000 extra for matte film. A great example in comparison is the Corvette C8. Full body C8 is $9,450. That's $9,450. Those are two totally different levels of installation and complexity. You want to make sure that you charge for that because your time and the effort is very much worth it. It's not just about the amount of film that you're using. This is something you need to remember when you're talking to people and quoting these jobs. The person with the Honda Civic probably isn't going to fork out $2,500 to protect that front end. The value of the car is too low, and it's hard for a lot of people to justify that logically, even if they want to. So just remember that let your pricing reflect the value of that vehicle. Now, some people will say, oh, I only want to charge my worth. This is my price. That's it. And that's fine. Just keep that in mind when you're quoting the job and you're looking at the schedule. If you need to get work on the schedule, you can follow that mindset. That doesn't mean you need to sell every job for $1,800. Now, cars like Teslas, Porsches, Audis, trucks, SUVs should all be in that upper range. A Porsche owner is likely to find more value in the service you're providing, so be sure not to leave any money on the table. Remember that this can fluctuate based upon the client. That's up to you to read them and listen to their cues and language choices during your qualification process. You can begin to offer this to your clients with one simple sentence during your sales qualification, and that is, are rock chips a concern for you? That's a very easy segue into starting the educational conversation surrounding paint protection film. You can search on YouTube for cars that you're working on to find various installation techniques. I think Drive Protected is one of the big ones out there. He's got a pretty big library of cars that they've done. There's various Facebook groups that have installation videos. If you're looking to purchase full installation technique videos for specific vehicles, Autofilm Mastery offers that. Here's the big question. How can I do PPF without a plotter? Look, I understand that a plotter is a big investment, and it's like that on purpose. It's a large investment, and it's a commitment to yourself that you're making when you purchase one of these. Here's the truth. There's enough educational material out there for you to get started doing bulk installs or installing without a plotter. Sometimes the bulk installs look better too, so it's a skill you're going to need. So if you're ready to jump in, put your hands on the film, put it on cars, bulk installing is totally okay. A plotter is a great tool to have, but even then, you're going to need to be patient with yourself, learning how to use it. Because the second that you think you've got it, under control and you walk away, that plotter will misfeed and static cling will gather on the back side of the plotter and cause a double feed, and you'll ruin 5 to 10 feet of film at a time. Just be patient with yourself. Watch videos online, get antiquated with how the plotter works, how to load it, how to align the film, because if you don't, you're going to set a ton of money on fire. A plotter is a great investment, especially if you're planning to scale and grow beyond just being a one-man band. You don't need it to get started, but it does provide you with an advantage over other shops that don't have one, in that you can speed up your installs and also get newer installers up to speed faster with plotter cut kits. Finally, you're going to need to properly train your team on how to install PPF. This is what will make or break the success of your business long term. Be sure to invest in high quality trainings. Consider hiring a professional to come in and train your staff. We do that. We will travel to other shops and we'll train them in their facility and train their techs in their environment. It's proven to be helpful for people. We offer that. When we first started, we flew out to Carlsbad in California for the Ceramic Pro training. I rapidly grew my skill set after that training by surrounding myself with advanced installers, and I forced myself into taking on more advanced jobs. I reached out to my support system at Ceramic Pro when I needed it. Shout out to David Dick. David Dick was in his kitchen making ramen on his stove. I think he set the phone on like his microwave or like a stove hood so that he could see me while he was cooking. He's making ramen while we're installing the hood of a Ford Mustang. David is walking us through what to do and how to handle it. And I don't know anybody else that's going to take a video call while they're in the middle of cooking ramen in the middle of the night. So we also offer trainings in our shop. We'll probably be offering our next training in March of 2023. Our dates will come online soon. You'll be able to prepay and get your spot. That's usually a small class. Keep an eye on detailinggrowth.com for more information on that. The biggest piece of advice I'm going to give to you is something I learned very early from a very good friend of mine, Phil Miranda of Miranda Detailing on YouTube. Manage your client expectations. Take the time to educate these clients what to expect from a PPF install and what an installation looks like. Make sure they understand that you can't wrap every single edge, because this is what's going to set you up for success in the long run. As for selling and marketing it, all you need to do is post that you offer it. List it on your website, post it on your socials, offer it to your clients. That's all you need to do is offer. Create your educational video content with your phone about what paint protection film does in the areas that it's typically protected on a vehicle. Get that uploaded to YouTube, get it embedded on your website, get it posted on social media. Get it out in front of the clients you want, because the client wants to trust somebody who knows what they're talking about and who knows what they're doing. If you want help with that, our agency, Detailing Growth, can help revamp your online presence and set up ads for you with the content that you create. So if that's something that you think you might need, feel free to reach out. This is the final piece of advice I'm going to give you regarding paint protection film. Be prepared to set $30,000 in material on fire and to do every job twice your first year. You can still make money doing every job twice. It's obviously not the most profitable or efficient model to follow, but it's still possible. The industry average to getting proficient is about 30 to 40 cars. So remember, this is a game of patience. And until you reach that point, you must be ready to understand that you're going to need to take your time and you're going to need to be patient with yourself, or the anxiety and financial stress from this and learning PPF will significantly degrade your mental capacity to be successful. This is a fact. Myself and numerous other installers all do the same thing. Be patient with yourself, because if you're not, you're going to get burnt out and you're not going to want to do paint protection film. I hope this advice has given you kind of a better understanding how to get started with PPF in your shop. I appreciate you listening and tuning in. Make sure you guys follow us and subscribe on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. You can find us and email us on detailinggrowth.com. You can get your hands on some awesome detailer and film installer apparel at havepolisherwilltravel.com. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. I look forward to hearing from you and speaking to you in the future. Have a good one.